Oh, when the lava was yeah. That's right, because we had to fix it. Okay. Alright, I'm just looking at my lovely little to-do list. I think we are going to do the mana glass because I want to automate Alf glass, even though it's not something I'll be using. It'd just be fun to try to automate as much as possible. Auto off for the tree farms. That would be nice to get set up. Switch mana tablets to greater bands. The all max enchant books. Getting the 4 beacons set up. And then I have move the resource checks that are at the flower crafting down underneath. So we have some things to work on. Any of those that I just listed you'd like to actually, you're interested in watching, or just whatever. Just do whatever you want to do, Winry. Tree farm shut off? Ah. Yeah, so our tree farms both just run and run and run and run and never shut off. The challenge with that is that at some point I have a feeling this could fill up. Potentially. I don't think these will ever overflow. This one is always more full than that one, and I'm not sure why. But whatever, it still keeps running, so that's fine. Oop, I don't need. So if we... The thing is that even if I configure this to turn off when this is at a certain level, let's see, are they in the same line? So like, can I connect those 2 lines? Probably, because that's what we're going to need to disable. I think so. Alright. Let's do this one first, even though it'll probably never shut off. It's always nice to have something in place, I think. So we need the crystal cube with a corporeal spark on it. And from that we'll need a comparator. We're going to need some redstone and probably a couple repeaters, because that looks like a distance it's going to need repeaters to get to. Building blocks. And... alright. We'll put it... right here. And let's configure it for the charcoal blocks, because that's what we're monitoring. That's what we're using this for. So when it's reached a certain amount of charcoal blocks, we can come down. And just work our way. I'm not going to place that one just yet because we need to decide if a single block of redstone is going to be what we're going to use to turn it off or not. That's 16,000, which it would turn off now. I don't think there's any way for me to go above that, though, because if... oh. this get locked when you put this here? I just didn't want it to interfere. $16,000. Is that enough charcoal blocks? So like, maybe we should do some math. Anyone ready for some math? Because I don't remember how much charcoal blocks are being used up each hour. Charcoal. I don't have charcoal blocks written down, unless that's what that is. Charcoal takes 40 seconds in one endoflame, 90 charcoal per hour per endoflame. But that's not the blocks, I don't think. Do I think the recipes for runes are kind of grindy? More specifically, I'm not quite sure. In normal Botania, no. No. Floramancer has changed those many of the recipes. But you have to think, in normal Botania, you don't have to make nearly as many runes. You really don't. Alright, let me look up here. Minecraft. Block of coal. And it takes... how long? It takes 800 seconds for one block of coal, which is 400 seconds in an endoflame. Because endoflames have the duration, which is just over, it's just over 6.5 minutes per charcoal block. That's 400 seconds. Okay, so we have that step. That's for one endoflame. So that's going to mean that it's going to use, we're going to round up and say it uses 10 an hour. It probably uses 9. But 10 is an easier number to think in my head. So if we said that each endoflame uses 10 per hour, I have pads that have 46. And there are 3 running. So we have 46 times 3. That's 138 endoflames. Multiply that by 10. And that is 1,380 blocks of charcoal an hour. I wonder if I'm able to produce that much an hour. I don't know how fast these are running with all these exoflames. That's not something I can feasibly calculate. I mean, I could put way more endoflames in here, or exoflames in here. I think we'll be okay setting it at 16,000. Because that would still be 8 hours of runtime. With a little overage. All right, so with that in mind, we're gonna get this set up this direction too. So right now, this is gonna be off for a long time. That goes all the way to the end, right? 6, yes. So the hourglass won't cause these to cycle any further, and we should be good to go. All right, so there is our first tree farm turned off. The second tree farm over here. Looking at this one, I'm beginning to realize that we probably need to have an ore check, because we need to monitor blocks of charcoal or saplings, because this is where we're getting our saplings for that farm. Yeah, it really needs to be an ore switch situation. So let's move this guy a little bit. And we'll set up torches. Oops. All right. And then we need to get a second cube out. And so one of these needs to be charcoal blocks. The other one needs to be do we need it to configure it for birch, to monitor birch saplings? Yeah, when we're running low on birch saplings. Right? Let me see how many we have. Count birch sapling. 1,370. Let's do, yeah, let's do birch sapling as the marker, because that's what we need to keep at a certain level. Yep. All right, and then we're gonna need to come out here. And this one can be that. All right, I need another comparator. Not a piston, a comparator. And then I'm going to need a pot, and we need to figure out what number we need. Okay, so I'm thinking either a dead bush or a sapling, either 10 or 12. What's 10? 10, it's still on. But with this on, we're going to need to make sure that we increase the amount of saplings we're crafting, because that's the whole thing. We're crafting these saplings. So if we set this to 10, we need to increase. Whoop, let's take our stuff with us. We need to increase the sapling crafting over here. Where am I crafting these at? Over there. And I've got it with a flower. The flower I have set at 7. I mean, to be honest, 7 probably is enough. Oh. This is not requesting... Oh, that's a problem. Uh-oh, we've got a cascading issue here if this isn't being... Oh, we need to fix that ASAP. Yeah, we've got 1 slime ball, which means we're not turning cactus into slime. That's the one that's buggy too, so we need to fix this. And I think it's just that the hourglass is in the wrong spot. Yeah, because it's not, with it being there, it's not connecting to the, see that? I bet. No, that's not what I want to do either. Great. Now I have to remember what slime was being used for. Summer runes. We need to go check on those, because I bet that's broken now too. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's go check summer runes. if I did everything correctly, the resource check should have not allowed any more to craft. But that also means we're probably low. Where's our... there. Yeah, we're at 0 summer runes. Oh, cascading problem. But it does look like it should be able to craft now. All of the lights have turned back off. So... ooh, it just flipped. So why did you not craft? It says we have everything. There it goes. Okay, and then what uses the summer runes? Neither of those we have currently running. Oh, the Gormies. Alright, so how are we on those? We only need 6 an hour, so I'm not super worried unless we run really low. We've got 6. Okay, so we were getting there. Yeah, so this one is likely glitching out because it was low, so the thing is popping up and down. Oh, I didn't have it hooked up. Well, that's helpful, I think. No, I do have it hooked up. See, a flaw with this is that when this bounces up and down, when this turns... Okay, let me explain this, because I have a flaw in it that I haven't quite sorted out. If this were full, if this crystal cube said I had the max amount, the redstone would go all the way up to that block, and every time it bounced up and down, refilling the resource check, it would craft again. So what I really need to do is have this check happen in a different place so that the redstone line doesn't get up to, so it doesn't request a flower every time the resource check resets. Does that make sense? Because I was having that problem with the roses here. That's why I have 384 right now, because I was out of mana runes for a while, and every time it crafted a mana rune, it requested Rosa, and it just kept going and going and going. Yep, flaws. So when we remove this setup and move it down, I may try to figure out fixing the problem. I'm not sure where. See, because it just requested it again, and then it couldn't. I mean, it's just... So what I had been doing to try and prevent that is just removing this block and replacing it when it finally has enough, once it's at its max. So I think I just busted it. I didn't, did I? I'd force it to request when it didn't have. I did. All right. Yeah, so there's the flaw in the system. They're not perfect, but We'll see. We'll see how things go. So you should be slowly building back up again. And every time it crafts one, it's going to request one over there. Until it has... Or... is that a stack? Perhaps it's a stack. One, 2, 4, 8, 6. Oh, it might be 16. Oh, it comes all the way up here. So yeah, it would be off. It's off now. So what I should probably do is, oh, look at that. I don't think it's going to bounce up and down. Because in another couple seconds, that'll make a second one and it won't make any change to the setup. Oh, goody. Everything else looks okay. Alright, so anyway, back to our tree issue that we left off with. We need to make sure that the number of saplings we're requesting here and the number that we're monitoring to keep the tree farm running is consistent. Right now it is not. Currently this is the max that it's going to hold when it gets to 7. And our tree farm over there has a dead bush in it, which is 10 comparator signal. So it'll constantly say that it needs to keep running even though we're not stocking that many. So let's just put a flower. Am I doing this right? Is my head processing things right? Because now I'm thinking. Let's look at this a moment. First, we need a flower. So right now it should craft because we're under the amount that of. And that's not right, is it? Because it's turned it off. And we don't want it off, we want it on right now. So we need to invert these. Nope. Alright, so yeah, right now, if any light is on, the farm should run. If they're both off, meaning these are maxed out, they're both full, then the farm will turn off, right? I'm thinking we should instead of putting a flower at 7, we should put something that's 8 so that we can make sure this will ever shut off. So we might need to do the item frame or the what's it called? This guy, the barrel. And we'll make it 8 at the sapling crafting. Do I have any slabs, you think? I do. I have a bunch of other randomness in my inventory, but we'll get rid of that in a bit. And so we'll do a barrel. And we're gonna need 8 pieces of redstone. Gather you, and we'll press 1 more piece of redstone. Alright, let's go make this a tiny bit more fine-tuned. At 8. All right. So at 8, that is still full. We just must have a bunch of saplings, because what is 8? We've got 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. My head's not calculating the logarithmic numbers correctly. Not. I mean, that's enough birch saplings, but I still wanted to kind of... Alright, so then our other question is, and this is why I talk out loud a lot. I even do this when I'm not streaming. If we have enough saplings, but we don't have enough charcoal, then this one would be on, this would be off, and this one would be on. So it will do the same thing, right? And then if they were both on, it wouldn't change. But if they were both off, meaning this is full and this is full, it would turn the farm off. So unfortunately, we're going to keep making charcoal blocks, even though we don't need them, until we have enough saplings. But the problem now is that it's not crafting more saplings. And yet this says it needs saplings. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't crafting more. Because this is at 8. There's enough room for that many saplings. Okay, so it's not even crafting any saplings because the tree farm has actually produced a hefty amount. I just don't understand. Why is it off here? It gives off a signal strength of 11. But it's on the other one. So really, honestly, this should be 12. Because that would be... Well, even 10, if I did 10 here. I see your question. Give me just a moment. Oh, I found the problem. It's an easy problem. There's the problem. Because, yeah, we have enough charcoal and we have enough birch saplings that this doesn't need to be running. And now it's not. The only thing that will continue running is the wood that we have in there will finish up. Great. Got it. Good. Redstone is confusing even when it does work. Thanks. Alright. Get some of this stuff put away. Some of these other things. Let's put this redstone barrel in there, and I have a piece of that. Okay, so back to this farm. This farm will need an easier setup. It'll just need to turn off when this barrel is full. Which we won't be able to detect straight from the barrel. We're gonna need to have a hopper into it. So we need to make a hopper. Okay, so your question, what aspects would you say are your favorite of Floramancer compared to other packs? Well, this is more about the changes to Botania for Floramancer. I mean, I like other packs. It's just Botania is my favorite mod, and so I like the changes that Floramancer has done to Botania to make it to force the player to use more of it, essentially. So we need to get some iron because I don't have a hopper. All right, and we need to make that. Whoa! I must have bumped that. And then we can move this forward, and we're going to need to make sure we grab the spark. And put the hopper there. We're gonna need an item frame on that hopper because otherwise it's gonna pick up everything. Item frames are in this chest. And we need it to just pick up birchwood. See, it's picked up saplings. Okay. So now that should only pick up that. All right. We need to pull a comparator signal off of that hopper. And then to turn off the farm, we'll need to do the same thing we did before and have these not harvest. The challenge, oh dear. Hang on. Anyone else see a flaw of this one? We don't want to turn this one off because we're also using it as a mana gen. And we haven't maxed out where we could turn off the munch dews. We don't want to do this one. We're going to just need to put a void on this guy when it comes time to do it, because otherwise our munchdoos will never finish munching and maxing out, because we have a long way to go for the munchdoos. Yeah, we need to leave this one alone and just put a void on here. We can't turn this one off. I'm noting that down. Need yeah. Okay. How high do you want the wood to go before it starts voiding it? I'm not going to upgrade it any further than it is. So its current stack limit. Yeah. It's just going to go up to, it's at 925 stacks. It'll get up to 1024. And yeah, so it's got a while. But I'll just put a void on it. I won't ever need that much wood, but it's nice to have a lot of wood. It's better than being out of resources. So let's check our slime levels to make sure that they're restocking. 264. And how is Moon of Summer doing? We have 10 so far. We have another flaw in our system here with the mana. What's going on? There's no way we're using this much mana. What is going on? I'm a little baffled. Why are you... You should be off. I have the Terra Shatterer in here. This guy should be off. Yeah, he's off. Did I? Oh goodness, you know what I think I did? This guy over here, I didn't upgrade the drawer. Yep, there's a problem here. But this is not the problem. It's not... These are all full ones, and right now it shouldn't be. This is wrong, isn't it? When this is extended, this should be retracted. And so right now we shouldn't be requesting. Is that it? Was that it? Wait, wait, wait. The fact that there was a block there. No. Hey, what are you doing? Hey. Can I update you? You should not be retracted right now. But you are, because you're being powered, quasi-powered by this repeater. Yep, I need to make a space there. Of course it falls into the void. Alright, let's get a repeater. Sure. Now we need to put as many of these back in there as possible. And I know this is not upgraded yet. Alright, where is the closest one of those? Let's empty my inventory a little bit. Let's get this fixed. Clearly, it looks like I need to do some upgrades too to these drawers. I'm just zooming around. Did I get in the way of a beacon or something? I might have gotten close to that beacon. It's just causing me to be everywhere. Can't believe we did this for the second time this stream. Okay, we'll get it fixed eventually here. Great. I think we're all picked up. Okay. This one shall now not request all of our mana because we have fixed it. Is the other one that we have like this with the space, or is that why that one broke? The one over, was it by the tree farm? That's different. That one's a drop off. Yeah, this is the filling. Okay, so I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay. Now this should be back to some kind of a level of yay. Okay. We are, like I said, we are producing way more mana than we're using, so I am gonna have to figure out what to do with all this mana. And my only, like I said, the only thought I had was, okay, let's put it in to bigger bands so it looks like less. I don't want to start deleting it because who knows, we might need it. So what sort of things can we do that will use a lot of mana, or at least use some mana that might be pretty or useful? That sort of stuff. Because I'd like to try to be using some of this mana that we're producing instead of just shutting farms off, which I could do. I could turn off mana gen of the ones that we've already reached our advancements for. I mean, I could. I don't want to. So that's something I've got to think about. I wanted to use the bubble to create a cool little fountain, the petite bubble, and I haven't done that. Don't know where I want to put it. I kind of thought I wanted to put it over here, but we've got this stuff set up temporarily. This is going to have our lilac or peony or whatever you use for the lavender quartz. We're going to set up an exact one of these just next to it. I have all of this area here. I wanted to put a cool little like archway around this, and I haven't done it yet. I think what we should maybe do is get this guy running for a little. Use up. We need to fill it up anyway. But yeah, what are some mana consumers sort of deals that we can do? we could, something that's not useful to us but would still be fun to play with is figuring out automating the potion brewing via mana. It would use mana and we could just make a huge potion factory for no purpose whatsoever. I kind of just wanted to do like an on-demand brewing setup. But I don't know. Because right now this could be our potion brewing setup just fine. I would just need to put the ingredients in the droppers and switch the altar out for the brewery, and off it goes. So what sort of things? Because I don't feel like doing, like I said, I don't feel like doing more crafty work. Actually, it might be about time where we load up the creative world and I show you the Kekimura setup that I have started. Because my stream's ending in a half hour, so it might be time to do that. Let's go ahead and switch to our creative world. Does not take nearly as long to load up. All right, so here is my Kekimura generator pad. Just figuring out numbers here and whatnot. So we have a random carpus that's got mana, so it can reach as far as the I have this one selected. As far as where the keks are. That's as far as it can reach, is the max range where the keks are. Each kek can reach its little cube that's boxed out in the pavement, the Portuguese pavement. Okay. So anywhere inside this square, this Kekimura will, if it sees a cake, it will eat it. One slice at a time. This Ranuncarpus is on top of the pavement, which this pad will be a certain, all filled in. Like I said, I was just doing this for numbers. Be able to place cakes. So we'll have an open crate on top of it, a system to dropping the cakes so that it can place them. And that is one pad, and we can do eight of these, sorry. We can do 8. There is some overlap, which is okay with me, because if we actually got that many cakes placed, that's a lot of cake. I don't know if I could make that much cake in an hour without really massively increasing our wheat, egg, and milk production, sugar, all that stuff. So we're going to start with, we'll do the pad, and we'll put the one in the middle to place the keks, and then we'll do the one here, we'll do one square and see how it does. And then if we can monitor our cake production, we can add another one and so on and so forth. Just like we've been doing for other generators. We don't need this many. I just wanted to see, and it apparently I can do 2 more layers. I could of cake. 2 more layers of cake, because the Kekimura can see cake up to this layer right here. So I could, if I could make a bunch of cake, there's no reason to, but I could. That's what we've got. So cool. So this is what we'll probably work on when we get ready to do another generating flower. So yeah. Been doing some fixing and stuff today, so that's good. Good maintenance. Anyway. I don't have, I mean, it's very simple to set up, put the mana spreaders underneath the Kekimura's flowers, pouring into a main mana pool that sends it to our storage. It's very simple to set up the requesting cakes above the Ranuncarpus. That's no big deal either. We'll probably have it on pressure plates so that it works like the Endoflames. So that's cool. And so yeah, this is likely what we'll have. I have not decided if each one of these Ranuncarpuses will be on top of a different color. I mean, I suppose it doesn't matter, does it? Because they have a range. And as long as, I think these only go to there. So as long as these blocks are not the whatever block I use to put the Ranuncarpus on top of for cake. We don't need cake here. None of the flowers can reach this 5 by 5 square. This will be just for placing the keks. So we'll have a timer to place however many keks we're using at a time. Excuse me, making sure this pool stays full, which is likely. This pool will be underneath the platform. It'll be the main one that we're pouring the mana into. So that our Ranuncarpus, I think all of these can reach it. I wonder if they can reach it when it's under. I haven't checked that. I can't remember the range of where the mana pool needs to be. It might be getting pretty close to its furthest ability, but we'll see. We shall see. Wow, I still have that going. We only have 2 layers in our farm, but as you can see, I can go quite a ways. Atlas, please don't. No, 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 no. Come on. I'll probably try and finish that today so that you can actually lay on it. Don't. Sorry, I bought some chunky chenille yarn, and I'm making little cat mats, cat bed type things. So I'm making a few of those, and he's been playing with the balls of yarn. So I have a feeling he'll be happy when I'm done with those. So he's like, I want the chenille. I want to cuddle. I think I'm running out of energy, guys. So yeah, tomorrow we might get into this. I should take a picture of it while I'm here so I don't have to load it up again. We might do this and get that going. Hey, what did I say, Atlas? Don't. But I hope you enjoyed hanging out in my Floramancer world. We are really honestly nearing endgame. We're not done yet. We have 4 flowers to automate. We've got the Kek, we've got the Rafflesia, we've got the Shulk-Me-Not, and then we have the Dandelion. So we have some progress to go yet, but we're nearing the end. We're nearing having everything automated, and I do not know. Yeah, I do not know how long it's going to take us to get through that stuff. But it's been fun. It's been lots of fun. So I will be back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. is my goal for the stream. And until then, have a great rest of your Saturday. See you later. Bye.